conclusion of the preseason. The preseason is done for the Detroit Lions, and we finished it out with an L today. Indianapolis Colts, man, took this one 27-17. Pretty much had to lead for majority of the game until the end when things kind of fell apart. You could tell when those late stringers got in. Things started to change, especially after Blau threw that interception. That just did not help. Killed our momentum. Period. Blau was just, he unraveled. And Boyle surprisingly was able to snap out of it because he had a slow start today. He had his normal start that he's been having this entire preseason. And he, just been, off, inaccurate, things like that. But he picked it up, and he, like I said, Darren Fells helped out a lot. Was able to throw the touchdown to Cephas. That was always a plus to see. Pyramid was absolutely terrible. St. Brown was nice. As far as the receiving core, that's pretty much what you had. I did like Allison. Allison, to me, is better than Pyramid. So, for them to have Pyramid to be our number 2, good Lord. I don't know who brung that up, who thought about that, but that's not going to work because Pyramid has just been terrible. So, like I said, guys like Allison, obviously St. Brown, Quintez Cephas, those are the guys that I was focused on with the receiving core today. When Allison finally got his opportunity, he made some catches, man. I was happy with that. That running back room is still full. I don't know what we're going to do at running back, man. Jefferson hurdled over a guy today. Everybody liked that. It was all cute and fine and all of that. But over this preseason, I just have not been impressed at all. So, I mean, he has a moment here and there. But, hey, I'm more impressed with guys like Reynolds. I just am, man. Igwebuike, guys like him. Those are the guys that I've been impressed with, and there's no way around it. I've been wanting to watch them more than I've been wanting to watch Jefferson. So that's just a situation. It's my opinion. You may have yours. Nothing foul with that. It's just what I've seen. So yeah, Igwebuike and definitely Reynolds have definitely shown that they've been working this entire time to make their place on this team. And it's going to be hard to keep guys like Reynolds and them out. It's so many names where it's just going to be a tough decision, if you got to get rid of some of these guys. It's about a good 5 of them that I've been really impressed with. And then you got some guys, after that, that's just like, man, the competition level and things like that, you got to try to calculate those things. But as far as the offense went today, we did suffer a few injuries on the offensive line with Skipper. I think Stenberg is fine. I definitely think he's fine. But Skipper is the question. He was carted off. But that sucks to see because we already don't have a lot of depth when it comes to our offensive line. So you can definitely tell the difference in the game when those reserves came in. Those holes wasn't open like they were. But as far as quarterback play, receiver play, running back play, it's been pretty much consistent throughout this preseason. It's been pretty much consistent, to be honest. Running back room has been nice. Receiver core, you got those guys that I named. That's pretty much been the spotlight. I miss Marvin Hall, man. That was just a random thought. Anyway, yeah, man, that was just, when it comes to the offense, that's all pretty much you got. Besides Darren Fells today, you don't really get too much out of the tight ends. So, they're not really showing those packages. It's going to be a heavy dose of that when TJ Hawkinson, is ready to go. So when he, gets to the regular season. And, that's just what it is on offense, man. But on the defense, what I've been wanting to watch this entire time and, been enjoying, where do I start? Well, obviously I got to start with the defensive line because I am actually impressed with the defensive line. Running the football is, something that I think the Lions are going to be able to keep secure. I don't think we're going to give up a lot of big yardage games. I think we're gonna do pretty solid, man. We got some hogs in there. You know what I'm saying? We got some beasts in there, man. So like I said, we didn't get a chance to see, the potency of our starters. These are our second unit guys and third unit guys. So yeah, but from what I've seen, especially from our rooks, definitely impressed, man. Austin Bryant continues to be impressive when he can be on the field, man. When he can be on the field, he's just impressive. He just is. He's quick, man. He is quick. Coming around that outside, man, just getting there. He had an opportunity where he could have had a sack, but quarterback got away, man, and that really sucked because I wanted him to get a sack, man. But him and Kevin Strong, man, have been absolutely studs. Strong has been a force. I'm so happy for Strong, man, especially dealing with what he dealt with in the previous years. I'm so happy for Strong, man. I hope he continues to keep getting better and better like he's shown. So that's very impressive, man. But the defensive line to me has definitely did a good job. Getting in that backfield, put some pressure on quarterbacks. We got to do better with running quarterbacks, though. A few escapes, so at linebacker, we got to do a little bit better when it comes to handling that situation. But I was impressed with the D-line. The linebacker core, y'all already know what this is, right? Jelani Tavai, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Jelani Tavai still looks lost at times, still in the wrong spots. And, the interesting thing to me is that Barnes looks like a guy that we had here previously in this preseason. So him being in the right spots and being all over the field and making plays and making tackles, we haven't seen that type of thing since Levy. That's the last time we seen some guy that can get around the field, tackle everything, be in the right spot. Barnes has been a joy to watch, man. Whenever he's on the field, he's just in the right spots, making the right plays. I love watching Barnes play, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to him, developing with this team, man. That was an excellent pick. I truly believe that. Also, I've been impressed with Pittman. I have been impressed with Pittman. Wish he can get in the game a little bit. Could have gotten in the game a little bit earlier. I wanted to see him against some of the top, these two against some of the top level what was offered today. Like I said, we're not out here with a bunch of starters everywhere. So with the level that was out there, I would rather see them get in the game a little bit earlier. But I've been impressed with Pittman, and I love when him and Barnes both out there. It's nice. It's a nice thing. Guys like Price played well, and has been playing well. Like I said, we have our ups and downs. We had a mishap with, that guy getting open and safety wasn't over the top. So he was able to get downfield. I think it was like a 50 yard or 60 yard, something like that. But other than that, Mike Ford has, been impressive. Mike Ford has definitely been impressive. He is letting it be known that he wants to be a part of that cornerback room. So, yeah, as far as the defense, man, those are some of the guys that's been in the spotlight. When you look a little bit farther down, guys like Brown, big body in the middle. What I'm saying? Hard to get by, and when you're running the football. He was a wall out there today, so I was impressed with him pretty much throughout the preseason as well. So, those are just some of the names of the guys that were the most notable to me on the defensive end. Guys like that it's hard to measure because, like I said, you got to think of the competition that's out there. But these guys won't be coming to our team as starters. These are reserves we're talking about. So for them to be out there playing against reserves and playing well, it's a plus. It's a plus. Definitely helps things. So, as far as today's game go, pretty much, man, those are guys that I seen and I noticed that showed up, that's been showing up this entire preseason. What did I get out of this preseason overall? Nothing but that, really. You can't measure no team on the preseason. You just can't, man. We remember going 4-0 in the preseason and what happened in the regular season. Don't want to bring that up. But, yeah, that's just it, man. In the preseason, you're looking for the guys that's trying to make the roster. I cannot stress that enough to people. It's just something that you got to understand. So when it comes to our final roster and who makes it and who goes, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough because Dan Campbell, has mentioned himself. He likes a couple of guys. Guys like Kennedy, guys like Reynolds. He's mentioned some names of some guys that he's got his eye on. And there's some good names. And, it's impressive to me that he has the eyeballs to realize, because for some reason Matt Patricia couldn't, but to realize who is playing well and who can probably do well with this roster. So he's been noticing, and some of these guys have been doing a good job of being noticeable. And it's been up and down with this preseason. At first I was like, okay, this is, especially the first game, good Lord, like, okay, this is boring. But those guys that were scratching and fighting for position, and some of our rooks made it very interesting. And that's what I was looking for. So when it came to this preseason overall, I was pretty much happy with what I saw out of the players that I was looking for. Not putting up points though. Got to expect that, and it's the reason why I said I believe the Lions probably would go. Probably will win something like 5 or 6 games this season, because we just don't have it. We don't have it, even though a lot of players didn't play. Still, our receiving core is, man, we just don't have it. I don't see where we're gonna get the points from, because when you don't have a receiving core that's solid like that, it makes it easier for them to focus on players, on our offense. We got Swift, we got Hawkinson, I get it, but I don't know. I don't know how good St. Brown is going to develop through, during the season. I don't know what he's going to turn to be immediately, at least. I know he's going to be a very, very good player, but, as far as this season, I'm not sure. And when you look at guys like Pierman being a bum throughout the preseason and, being one of the guys that was named that probably could possibly be the number 2 receiver, that tells you what type of receiver room we got right now. So we'll see. We don't have that much depth at offensive line, so injuries definitely will be devastating for us. So many questions, man. So many questions, so little time. So many questions. So, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to game 1, man. I need to get this monkey off my back. I want to see what type of team we're going to see this season, man. I so many question marks, and I know everybody is pretty much feeling the same way. Everybody wants to see what Jared Goff is going to be like. Everybody wants to see who improved this season, what our defense is going to look like. Most definitely intrigued by that. So many questions, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Preseason, like I said, that's pretty much the only thing that you can measure in the preseason. So, those are my final thoughts. Those are definitely my final thoughts for the preseason, and I'm interested to know what yours are. So let me know in the comment section, some of those questions that you want answered during the season, and some of those guys that you think should make this roster. If it's somebody that I missed, let me know. I know you guys will anyway. You do a good job at that. But those are my thoughts on the preseason. I'm interested to hear yours. So leave it in the comments, man. And, let's get prepared for the season, man. I want once they make the cuts, we definitely will be talking about that, obviously. But let's get ready for the season, man. And, hopefully we all get surprised this season, because we thirsting for winning, but we know it's just not time right now. We in a retooling stage right now, so I just want to see development and growth from our young guys, and I just want to see competent football, and that's all. So with that said, been talking for 15 minutes. Let me get off of here, man. Y'all have a blessed night and enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe out there. I'll catch you guys next video.